Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. I am so excited. I have a wonderful guest here, and just 1 minute, we're connecting Instagram, and then I'm going to introduce her. And so we are just so excited to be here together. Let's see, it looks like, okay, we are connected. So again, welcome everybody. Hello, beautiful people. Today, I am here with a special guest, Sachiko Tazaki. Is that how you say it?
Tachi.
Tats
Tachi. Yeah.
Tatsuki. I have to
Tachi.
practice. Tachi. Okay. And Sashi, how do you say your last name?
Tazaki.
Okay,
But
that's
just,
what I was
just call me Sachi.
Okay, just call you Sashi. Well, I am so honored to have you here on the channel today. Both of us have been part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which ends tomorrow. And if you haven't ordered it yet or gotten it, please go to either one of our bios and you can get it for $50. It's an amazing, amazing deal. And so you have a beautiful book in there. And I want to talk a lot about you. So welcome, Sashi. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm so happy to join here. And yeah, how are you?
I'm doing well. I want people to know that you are coming in from Japan. Where exactly in Japan are you?
I live in Saga, and that is close to Fukuoka. It's southern part of Japan. So middle is Tokyo, Kyoto, and this Fukuoka is a kind of small island of Japan.
Oh, wow. So I've been to Japan before. I love Japan. And so I know when you say Kyoto, I know where that is. I know Tokyo. I know a lot of different places. Nara, I went to. And I'm not sure where your island is, but I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you know what? We have another Japanese this year from Japan. Then her name is Kiko, and Kiko is come from Kyoto, and Kyoto is a beautiful place to visit.
Yes, I've been to Kyoto, and I did speak with Kiko, and what a lovely lady, just like you, a beautiful personality. And so anyways, I just want to welcome people. We do see people in the chat, people saying hello. I want to say hello to Jill and Else. And anybody here that has any questions, please put them in the chat and we can chat together about it. So I wanted to ask you, because we just are meeting right now.
Yes,
and
I'm so happy to connect with you.
Oh, thank you. I feel the same way. And I'm wondering, can you share a little bit about like your personal story and what inspired you to write your book you have in here? It's called Shine and Heal.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I've been practicing raw vegan lifestyle since 2015. And that was my first time experience of food festival. The Woodstock Food Festival. And I met Karen Ramsey or Chris Kendall or any expert in this niche. And after that, I learned and experienced kind of high raw lifestyle. And then I wrote just a few or two raw recipe book in the previous bundle. But this time, I just wanted to share my from my very honest place, not just a raw vegan diet, but as a as a human, what's the most interest, the biggest interest for right now, and that is our inner real connection with ourselves, like self-love or self-compassion and actually a raw vegan lifestyle leads me this path because it's raw and we feel more about our raw emotion and the humanly. So eventually, I decided to share my experience and learn lesson learned in this book and organize as a 12-week program. But it's not actually video course, but it's a workbook yet. But
Wow.
yeah.
That is beautiful. And yes, I read probably about 90% of your book.
Oh
Um,
wow, thank you.
oh, it's such a beautiful book. And yes, it was talking about not so much recipes, but it's talking about your connection, your emotional, and mind shift and all these beautiful things. And it is just a beautiful expression of self-love. And I thank you so much for taking your experience and putting it in so much time and effort into something so beautiful to share with others, because I was smiling and I felt warm and I felt really understood and interested to read about it as I was reading about it. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot. Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Is there a particular moment or maybe a certain experience that happened for you that shifted how you saw yourself, like before the book?
Before the book. So I actually kind of experience of struggles. I focus on healing with raw vegan lifestyle more than joy, truthfully, when I look back on my journey.
Oh.
Yeah, because for me, living in Japan and living a raw vegan lifestyle, I aim to 100% possible or possibly as ideal, but it can be a challenging because of variety and the cost of food expenses and foods cost. But more than that, I had a eating disorder symptoms, so that is I wanted to heal with raw vegan lifestyle. But everybody has their own story and their own things they want to heal or solve or improve to be better. And everyone has own journey. And focusing on raw vegan lifestyle leads our human growth. And I missed the point. Sorry. What was your question?
Oh, no, no, that's okay. Just about how you were feeling before you wrote the book, basically. And
Yeah.
and I think you answered it, unless you want to add anything else about, you before you had the shift, like how you were feeling, what was going on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you were saying, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Thank you so much for clarifying. Yeah, so I just realized our attitude towards life is huge, more than uh, following that lifestyle or following this development, human development or improving or that is like a compassion and love. Yeah, that needs to be based on our a way to live. So I want to put that energy, love and compassion, and that needs that we need to remind to ourselves. We need love and compassion towards ourselves as well as towards others and the world. So
Wow, that
yeah,
is beautiful. You were saying that at first you were focusing on the raw food, but then you realized that it's not only about the raw food, it's also about your self-compassion and your inner self, is what I understood you to say. And
yeah,
wow, beautiful. You talk about in your book, I read, um, you said something about giving yourself unconditional compassion. And
Yes.
I normally don't think of giving myself unconditional compassion. I hear more, or I think more about receiving unconditional love, for example, from someone else. Now,
Yeah.
how did you figure out that offering yourself unconditional compassion was the way to go?
So like so my starting point of raw vegan lifestyle is the aim for healing. And yeah, many people has on their own healing path with raw vegan lifestyle for sure. And and I realized, oh, I need self-love because I couldn't. This is my own path, but I couldn't give myself quality of food or high quality of abundance of fruits. I realized, and oh, I have to. I need self-love, and then I practice self-love. I practice self-discipline. I practice raw vegan lifestyle, but it's kind of hard. It's challenging, and challenge comes again and again. And then finally, I found myself to, I have never fully be compassionate with myself, like a totally compassionate. I have been, I have been living this, like I said, struggle, but I just did my best at that time or that moment. But I've never like accept that truth. I failed or I am mistaken. I'm like a following the wagon. I've never like da 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 da. But oh no, I just see the lens, through the lens of compassion. Wow, I have been doing my best at that time and growing. And without that compassion, fully total compassion towards ourselves, the life couldn't move from the stuck place and couldn't be fully alive. So that was a final key about of my healing journey, I feel. So after that, I realized that something unfolding in the like a true direction. I mean, not like a practicing or improving or fixing direction towards the best of me, but more like a more true to me.
Being more true to yourself. Wow.
Yes, that is real. And even though I have still imperfect things, that's okay.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
just love that a lot of people are so kind to others. I try to be kind to others. And yet, for some reason, I don't know if it's society or the way I was raised or things that I experienced or saw, but sometimes I talk and it's not the way that I would to somebody else. That kind, gentle compassion, sometimes I'm too hard on myself, and that's what you're talking about. And just the discovery that you figured out to be kind in that same loving way to yourself is
Yeah.
incredible. And
Yeah.
what was the turning point? Where did it happen that you like realized the
Yeah.
deep self acceptance for yourself? When did that happen? Do you remember? Were you said you
Yeah,
were
I
healing?
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clearly remember that because it's quite recently. It's January 1st, the beginning of this year. And I had a quite challenging time. And at that time, I'm realizing that this is my final phase of my healing journey. I actually had struggled with eating disorder after bulimia more than 30 years. And then that was like a lonely path. And I still trying to be solve, try to remove that problem at that time. And the New Year's Day, yes, anyone wants to be fresh and new, right? And
Yes.
yeah, I was also trying to be like a ideal day, live the ideal day. And then suddenly I face with my suppressed force inside that can't be controlled, like a very strong and wounded. And I clearly see that I just try to erase that problem, wounded part of me, but still there. And I couldn't help to face that even finally to move on to my true life.
Wow.
So
So,
that,
yes.
yeah, that is compassion.
Yeah. So when when you have a problem or an issue or something like bulimia or eating disorder, like you shared, and then you want to heal from that, okay, so you might want to pretend that didn't happen, right?
Yeah,
But
right.
you realize that that's not going to allow you to heal. You need to accept it, or what do you do with it?
Yes,
How do you do that?
yes, yes, just accept it. That situation, whole situation, my mess, my total rock bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm lonely and every life yeah, maybe kind of I see negatively, but it's okay. This is real. I just faced it. So this is a real rock bottom, but only who can help that Sachi was me. No one can do it. So that kind of fierce grace leads me to the true path. And that is not through the towards outside or any like a best me or ideal me, but truly uh, like look down and inside and like sit there with my wounded part and no more ignore you. Like I hold you like this kind of total acceptance, but maybe it took 30 years. So everyone can have their own pace. I totally believe so. No, never. I don't say never. You have to take 30 years. No, but but
Yeah.
no way. I just wanted to say, maybe younger self. Oh yeah, God, please forgive yourself and let go everything. You deserve to be happy right now without reason, no condition. I want to say that, but maybe she didn't understand that.
Yourself. Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
everyone has own timing and own pace. So I really wanted to honor your path, own path and own pace. So if more than words in this book, I want to share my energy and as loving holding, it's okay, everything's okay, and you are doing great, and like that.
yes, and you are doing great, and it's it's just such an inspiring book, because sometimes people, and it's true, like we get these bundles. There's a lot of recipes which are great, but you also get other things that don't have anything to do with recipes sometimes, and they're beautiful books. And yours is very original, very deep. From my own experience, sometimes if I'm upset, or even in the past, like I go searching for that compassion for inside with the food, and not the right food, the wrong food, the food that's not going to help me. And it's so beautiful that you are able to enjoy the raw food, but really focus on whatever is going on inside, right?
Yeah.
And love yourself. It's just beautiful. When you were writing this book, Was it part of your healing process or it was after?
Yes. No, just writing and evolving at the same time. And I write again and again. So it took almost 2.5 months. And every day I write again and again, recreate. And actually this kind of like a raw fruits and this energy, oh
Yes.
my God, this fresh raw energy helped me to evolve. And I truly believe this like a living energy, yeah, heal us and yeah, enhance to
Yes.
be, yeah.
And I love your beautiful fruit that you just showed. Japan has such amazing, beautiful strawberries. I remember having, and your pineapple. And I know earlier you were talking about how expensive it can be out there, and variety and things like that. And I do remember, just to share for a quick minute, I remember going to a grocery store and there was a cantaloupe, a melon, and it was wrapped in this beautiful cushion, right? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like set way up high, like this beautiful display. And when we did the yen to the dollar, it was about $40 or $30. And this was
Wow.
in 2015, and we thought, whoa, no wonder you only have one there. So,
Yeah, yeah.
not
Yeah, quite like a lower price is usually $10 or
oh,
like that. Yeah, that maybe this is the highest. I think it's in the department stores or so. I'm
yeah,
not
it
sure.
may have been. It may have been,
Yeah.
but even $10, for a cantaloupe. So I understand, right? And you have to do what with what you have, and you made it work. So,
Yeah.
and in your book, you created a 12-week course that you mentioned already, so that people can try to experience their own healing. And you did it to help people rediscover like their true selves. Um, so, can you explain the meaning or the purpose behind the course? Because a lot of people, it's like to understand it's not society or somebody else's vision or version of you, like even your parents or your boss or anybody saying things to you, and then you think or you take on that is who you are, even if
Yeah.
it's not who you are, right? And
Right.
so how do you can you explain it, like how um, the meaning of the course or the purpose of the course is to get people to understand that, like that it's comes from within, correct? Or
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I hope I understand your question clearly, but I wanted to mention about the real importance of listening our true feeling,
Mm,
true honest, sometimes with brutally honest feeling. Even if it's not like commendable, it's totally okay. Sometimes like it's so negative, but it can be the starting point to be truly you again. And yeah,
self-talk, self-expression, right? Um,
we usually suppressed, even unconsciously. It's unconscious.
unconscious, yes.
Yeah, for if we have that, we do that long years, yeah, holding suppressed, but that ache, we felt that ache
Yes,
sometimes.
yes.
Yeah.
So, something else you said a lot in your book that I thought was really great is you kept a few times I read that you said the journey is about your progress, not about your perfection.
Yeah.
And why is that shift in your mindset so important for your healing, for somebody's healing, for anybody's? To not
Mm.
why is it important not to be perfect? It's okay to just allow the progress.
That's a good question. Oh, yes, because I have been very aiming to be perfect, but I even didn't recognize that because that was so normal for me from the beginning. Like be aiming to be perfect and best is like it's the foundation was foundation because it's subconscious. But yeah, I can reach out that perfection. There's no perfection, and maybe I sorry I missed the point.
Well, no,
Mm.
you were saying that you're allowed to do a progression, and you don't have to be perfect.
Yes. Oh yes.
That's what I thought. Allow
Yes.
yourself to not be perfect. It's okay if you're
Yes.
not perfect.
Yes. Yes. I realized that. Thank you for mentioning that. I actually realized that that came from my unworthiness, very core, like unworthy. I am unworthy. So that core wound leads to me want a perfection. I realized that. So I have to relearn of my worth, self-worth. And self-worth is not our value we give. So self-worth is like a inherent. It's
Inherent.
like a
Uh-huh.
inherent. So we all have self-worth. We are all worthy, but we need to relearn that things sometimes. So if we so that self-compassion is important for that recognition and yeah, holding space to feel we are worthy again. I think.
So when you say at that time you felt like you weren't worthy, but you are worthy. I know you are
Yeah.
now, and you were
Yes.
then, but you had to figure out your self-worth, right? And
Yeah. Right.
allow yourself the compassion. Yes.
Yes. It's exactly right. We need to understand with our mind first, like maybe it's useful to understand with our mind. Self-worth is not never we have to cultivate, but just here already. We are worthy. We just learn we are not since when I was a child, but it's not. So we have to relearn with our mind, and then not just our head, but we use our heart and compassion. We
Yeah.
open our heart, so not think but feel.
So
So
step away from the mind, right? And be closer to the heart and
yes,
feeling. Yes. Oh, that's so beautiful. You have in your book, you talk about like 6 core milestones. You list
yeah,
them, and one of them is building a self-compassion, and we're talking about that now. So, just thinking like that can be hard for some people before they understand it truly, because we're surrounded by people sometimes who aren't on our same path or even similar. And so if you were going to say something to someone, how do we keep growing in self-kindness when other people may not understand or support our journey? Maybe we feel isolated or alone. How do we keep growing anyways and stay focused here?
that's a great question. I'm still learning, honestly. I'm still learning because, oh, yes, I think for now, I'm still learning, and for now, My answer is everyday decision and everyday practicing, and maybe knowing that we are already loved and deserve compassion anyway, unconditionally. That helps. Our love and compassion is not we have to go outside and give take that, but we are love. We are the source of love, and if we shift our source of love out from outside to inner love, yeah, that helps, I think.
Yes, yes. So a lot of people look outside for to feel good. And you're saying you don't need to go outside. You need it's all what we need. It's all already inside us. And it's just about learning to stop looking out that way and look this way, and there you'll have the love, and you'll have
Yeah.
this compassion. Is that right?
Is that right? And that's right. And it's actually very challenging. It's not one time, one time, one day, like a solution. It's journey. It needs time to practice. So it's not so easy, actually.
Yeah.
We all know that. So, practice on giving ours, I forgot that, like a self 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 praise, like
Oh yes, like
yeah,
self-esteem and self-praise.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah, like intentionally, like a writing a note or a journal, it helps. Like a practice every day, every day, every day, like for uh, for that, that. Sorry, my English.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're doing great. You're doing great. So, sometimes people journal, and at least I say sometimes people. I'm my own experience. When I was younger too. And what do you write? Well, I write, well, this is what I did today, or this is
Yes,
my
yes,
girlfriend, or whatever. Like, write just what's happening. But
right, right.
when you talk about journaling right now, what types of things should people be thinking about writing down?
Yes, that's a great question. Oh, thank you. I think journaling have many themes or many method can be, and that can be for healing, like emotional writing down emotional, like putting out, or just for the clarity mind, clarifying what we think or what's going on this situation, and or like a more like a visioning type, like a
Mm.
whatever, like a mm, like a writing dream or holding a vision, and even the writing down from the higher, like a higher self, or maybe a 20 years later me, and that kind of shift helps too. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. So you want to focus on the positive things that you're writing, not and right? Is that what you're saying?
no, oh, everything helps actually. Like yeah, healing and journaling is a very sacred place, can be a sacred and personal space. So even we can't express to honest feeling. I said honest feeling is a very important,
Oh,
but we can't talk to others, but we can still journaling, like write down on the note in the note. So at first, it's maybe your true feeling couldn't come out, but if you do consistently, it can be your friend. So that helps a lot. So express and realize and like put attention on, yes, just attention is still good, still important, but honoring our true feeling is very, very invaluable for us. And witnessing from outside, like other people, we feel good at that point, but eventually compassion and love or attention, everything we give to ourselves is way more important than we have we take from outside from others. So that needs practice at first, but maybe even the 30 days or keep doing that consistently as your dedicated practice helped to develop that inner connection, like a rewiring to the real connection to yourself. So it's a journey.
It's a journey. That is okay. So you want to be honest and raw with yourself. You want to write down. It's okay if you're not having a positive thought because like
Yeah,
you were saying
so
earlier, yeah, you don't want to ignore the thought, right? You want to,
right,
and that's how you heal.
right. So never too late, and now is a time to reconnect with our true feeling, and maybe that has been waiting for decades, but only you can do it, and you need to wait any more 10 years, or it's not easy thing, but maybe you want to do that, you know that, so I want to say that kind of truly honest and compassion is we all deserve.
Yes, yes. So I know you talked openly about your eating disorder, and you do mention it in your book. Can you share just a little bit about what was going on in your life and what
Mhm.
finally helped you to break free from it? Was it the journaling? Was it something else? Do you remember or can share? Like, how did you go, oh, I know now what I need to do to help me break free from that negativity?
That's a great question. Uh,
And it's okay
yes.
if you don't, if it's okay if you don't remember. I was
No,
just wondering if there
no,
was
no, no,
something that
no.
stood out.
It's just it's a lot like things that helped me, and not just one thing, but clearly, raw vegan lifestyle changed my life,
Mm,
my life direction towards more real, more raw, and yes, because fruit is love, and that is a part of nature, and we are part of nature too. This resonance and it's change that change is cannot explain with word,
yeah.
but yeah, that shift is a starting point for me. And yes, eating disorder, but I finally uh, had a chance to give myself a real food. And
Mm,
until that point, maybe that was 10, more than 13 years ago. But after I switched my diet gradually with green smoothie or fruits based and lots of raw vegetables, my body finally got energy, real fuel. So that gave me the opportunity chance to separate my problem like a physical necessity that needs fuel that need calorie, and another thing is the emotional side.
mm,
The eating disorder is actually a mental disease, so-called mental disease, but I'm confused by uh, not putting right fuel, right nutrition, and also like a negative mindset beliefs. So when I started this raw vegan lifestyle, my body finally energized and I feel alive. That
Yes.
time was I got realized, oh, my eating disorder is still here. I couldn't solve even I put this type of foods. Then I finally realized this is a mental thing, mostly basically. I mean, that is huge. Like a separate and confusion is clearer. And then I started to processing my emotional side of while I'm helped by this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Did you understand what I
Yes,
mean?
no, I really did. I thought that was really great. And then, so, moving on to like some of the things in your book that are wonderful once you're on your journey and you are healing. You have this whole thing on different rituals, like a morning ritual. Why is it important to have a morning ritual? Why would you say?
Yeah, because morning ritual physically and mentally very important because like a first morning sunlight is affect so much our mood or like a hormone level
Yeah.
to like serotonin or dopamine like creating dopamine greatly affected from the sunlight exposure first in the morning. So that is more than important. We understand that. So even 10 minutes walk in the under the morning sunlight helps us to like regulate our like hormonal balance or keeping our mood and productivity too. So everything is connected. This is not just a diet and not just, it's a lifestyle and not just a physical, but not just emotional, So
Yes.
everything is connected and we can start from anywhere, but not just one strict dogmatic is like a cause problem. And we we want to I want to like emphasis that try to fix mind
Mm.
or make us like feel stuck and even if it's severe we started to hate us and that's so much pain. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have a comment that I want to share from Koala Mama 2.0. It's important to do the inner work while you're in a clear state when you're raw. I learned all the negativity was still in me and came back when I ate the cooked food again. Have to do the work. That's really interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, cooked food kinda some people say that is a cooked food numbing effect because we have to digest we have not have that needs digestive power more
Oh,
than raw food. So eventually we don't need to address our emotional issues by putting cooked food because it needs more digestive system works. And during that time, we don't have to face our emotional issues. Like in the 80-10 book, dog said that too. But for me, even the raw food is I could use as a coping mechanism to numbing myself. So and if I try to fix try to improve that surface, or I shouldn't do to cope my emotional pain with food, even raw food. It didn't work for me because, yeah, I explain in the book too, but it haven't worked. And at that time, yeah, compassion, self-compassion is I needed. And yeah, sorry, I extended the talk.
Yeah, no, this is really great. And so, one other question I want to ask right now is, if something, when life gets overwhelming, how do you stay focused and where your healing path is? Do you take a break or do you journal more? Anything that you do?
Actually, I have been failed. I was thinking I have been failed with my healing path because only I could do is stay with that me. So I couldn't do nothing like if I totally overwhelmed, I couldn't do anything like a journaling or healing or affirmation. Oh no. Finally I just sitting down and but my intention was there. My intention was staying with that wounded part, staying with that me as I am right now. So my intention is not like I'm lazy or I couldn't help myself anymore. Not. I stay with
I love
who
it.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was only I could do at that time, maybe for a whole year or more. But after now I look back at that time, that was only I could dare, and it brought me to the point where I am. So just be there with our imperfect selves works too, because yeah, who wants to fix like a try to change? Uh, I want to say clearly explain, but yeah, staying with ourselves itself is healing.
Yeah.
So sometimes we don't have to do anything, but stay with you is a healing.
Wow. That's so powerful and seems so simple, but it's hard work. And this is
Yeah.
such a wonderful reminder. I love in your journaling prompts in the book. You can click a link you put, and it brings you to the area where you can write. And I love that it's an interactive book that you have. And also, you are so kind. You gave all these bonus books with the book. So you have this beautiful healing book, and then in it, there's an opportunity to download, I think, 4 more free books. And
Yes.
yes, that was amazing. And some of them you called it bonus gifts, right?
Yes, right. So including raw vegan recipe book, I love green smoothie. So you made that. Thank you so much for your beautiful green smoothie waiting.
Yeah, you know, I made 2 of your recipes. One of them is kind of melting, and this is the pineapple sorbet. No, yeah, pineapple sorbet. And let me see. I was going to try it. I want to taste it with you guys. And it's
That is just
simple.
just pineapple.
Pineapple, and you have banana.
Uh-huh.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
So
that's
alive.
lifestyle.
So
Yeah.
alive. I don't know. It's refreshing. It's really, really good and so simple. And
Yeah,
then
very simple.
what was that?
No, just very simple.
Oh yeah, very simple. And then this one, I didn't do it all the way. I thought we could do it together. You had the green smoothie bowl. Gosh, I had the name. I can't remember what it is now.
Maybe berry smoothie.
Yes,
Also.
yes. And so you have bok choy and some beautiful fruits in the green part. And then you take, we have raspberries and some other fruits in here. And it says to go ahead and pour it. And I have, look at this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
And so, whoa, and there's a piece of banana that I didn't get smushed.
Yay.
I'm just going to take that out. But look at
Yeah,
how
no,
pretty this is.
yeah, pretty, make it pretty and normal.
And then she said, put some berries. I mean, what kind of a beautiful breakfast or anytime, right?
Yes, right. I eat green smoothie more every day. Yeah,
Look at
maybe
this.
twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
wow.
wanted to show your beautiful dishes, and I should try this one too. Let me just take a little taste here, and I'll grab a berry. Oh my God, that's a big bite. Hold on. Oh, I love that one. That's really good. They're both really good, but
Yeah.
it's interesting because when I make a smoothie or a smoothie bowl, I usually mix everything together and then I have a green smoothie, right? This one, having the pink on top, allows you to have a different flavors. I love it.
Yes, yeah. Sauce and putting fruits and yeah.
Yes, so
Sounds
in the
great.
book you give these recipes and more, and it's just wonderful. I was wondering, is there anything else you would like to share with anybody here listening, or anything you want to talk about or share before we start to close down?
Oh, I want to say that just change our point of view a little bit, change our direction to be the more love or happiness. So focusing on joy or gratitude or love or compassion, even in the darkest time.
Mhm.
You deserve love. So just please give that love and attention towards yourself. And I grow with you too, and every day.
Oh, you are like the sweetest. We have your socials if people want to follow you. I know that you're on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. It's down in the bottom under your picture here. Please feel free to follow Sashi.
Yeah.
You have some videos or little clips that I watched, I think, on Instagram where you're walking outside and you're sharing your thoughts, and they're just beautiful messages.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, anyone want to help, any help or support or for the workbook or any recipe book, or please reach out to me via that direct message or Instagram or
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Yes. And the bundle is for sale only until tomorrow.
Yes,
So if you haven't gotten it, go to Sashi's bio or mine or wherever you
Jennifer.
want,
Yeah.
and get it while you can. And it's such a wonderful. Just I can't say. I keep feeling like I'm saying it over and over, but it really is great. And they
Thank you
have.
so much, Jennifer, on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hosting, and oh yeah, that means a lot.
Oh,
Thank
you are
you.
such a beautiful individual. I'm so glad that we got to connect, and thank you for your time. And I hope to stay connected with you and continue
Definitely.
to learn from you, because I'm healing still too. And I think a lot of people are, it's like you said, it's a journey. So I want to continue to
Yeah, we learn each other. Yeah, thank
yeah,
you
to
so
shine
much.
and heal.
Yes, yes, to shine here.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We so appreciate it. And don't forget to eat your greens and give plants
Yes.
a chance.